Thanks for being here on this fine Super Bowl Sunday. Appreciate it. That was a hard-fought win. We knew it would be. Wazoo's very well coached, and they're just really good. And we didn't play well when we played them up at Wazoo, and they were without their best player, Ledger Walker. So we certainly were ready to compete. From a preparation standpoint, I thought we were a little sluggish in the first half. We looked a little tired maybe. And then we finished the second quarter with the right kind of energy and intensity, which gave us a little cushion going into halftime. And then I thought we started the third quarter the right way. But I think, credit to Washington State. They just kind of keep hanging in there. And we didn't shoot as well as we normally do. What were we in the second half? 4 for 17. Like, that's uncharacteristic. But we were getting good shots. And we just, I thought we controlled the game in the second half. I thought Deja Young was huge, especially keeping us in that first half. Her energy defensively, hit a couple big threes. I thought she was a difference maker for sure. Jenna, too, in those offensive rebounds. But how about Gianna Neepkins with 13 rebounds? Ooh, big guard, they say. Big guard. But just a complete game. We got, 5 players in double figures. Winning in February in this league on Sunday is really hard. Everybody's tired. And it's just an emotional, mental drain through the season in this league because every weekend's really hard. And especially on Sundays. So we found a way, and we won by 14. And I'm proud of our group. We protected our home court. We're 11-2. Is that right? 11-2 or 12
at home?
No, in league play. 12-2. This is not updated. I don't know. Whatever we are.
We're good.
We're good. We're where we want to be. We're where we want to be.
As a team, you were able to force 13 turnovers, score 18 points off the turnovers. And a lot of that came in the first half when it was close and when they were able to kind of match you shot for shot. How important were the timing of the turnovers when you were having some of those offensive struggles and struggling with home shots?
Yeah, I think we want to try to be disruptive. I thought we did a good job when we were following the game plan and defensively. I think the reason it was still close at half or in that first quarter, first 15 minutes, is because they were getting offensive rebounds. So we might have taken away an opportunity for them to score by them turning it over, but they got 6 offensive rebounds in the first half to our 1. So a much better job in the second half, 8-4 offensive rebounds, so that was good. But, yeah, I mean, thankfully we did that because we were giving up too many offensive boards.
Did you mention anything about that at halftime? Because the start of the second half, you were getting 1 offensive board.
I sure did. Yes, I did. That was a point of emphasis. I think I said if we finished the game with 2 offensive rebounds, we were for sure going to lose. Like, you're going to lose, and you'll regret it. So change how we're doing it. We're too good to just go through the motions and hope we win. And I thought we did a much better job in that second half.
What is it exactly that Washington State does? Because it really felt like they gummed up the works a little
Yes. They're very well coached. They're very scout driven in terms of they know your stuff, and they scout personnel as good as anybody. And then they just kind of run their stuff. They kind of grind, and there's a lot of misdirection and suddenly in action, but it just kind of has that lulling ability that they do. And, they've always been like that. That's why they're hard to beat.
Was there any other big key in the second half defensively beyond just getting more rebounds?
Yeah, we cleaned some stuff up. Just some things that we had gotten maybe away from what we were intended to do defensively, or some adjustments. We had 4 or 5 different adjustments at halftime.
This is probably, the second or third game, Deja, that you've been a difference maker off the bench. When you're sitting there watching the game start, what are you seeing that maybe helps you when you go in?
Honestly, I look at G. I see what G's doing because we play the same spot. So I see they don't guard me exactly how they guard G, but I look when she catches the ball, like what's open and what's not open, like how I can get the ball to my teammates, how they're guarding them at the time. So when I go in, I already know what to do. But then I just don't really overthink a lot. I just go in and I just play hard, go fast, and usually something good happens. So
It's a luxury, though, to have somebody like her come in games and that you can count on. And, Taya Sidbury's out. She was out this weekend. She got a concussion. And so we had Deja, hey, you need to play some trail posts. And it's like, okay. And it's a luxury to have just versatile, competitive players like that.
It's hard not to be frustrated too, Deja, after not getting a call the other night.
yeah, it does get a little frustrating, but I mean, I'm not the only one. They pound lists every game. I show frustration because it just gets me going. It gets my team going. I feel like that's what we feed off of, like energy. Like you see that I want the call, you see what I want to do, and they usually buy into that, and it helps us play harder.
Gianna, 13 rebounds and 14 points. What were you kind of seeing out there that maybe opened you up and allowed you to have such a dominant game?
I'd say just crashing the boards. Like, we knew that, like Coach Rob said, at the beginning of the game they were playing a little bit harder than us, and so I just didn't want to lose that way, and that's kind of what happened to us the first time we played them. They were playing a little harder than us, and I don't like losing, so just finding ways to get the boards, and then also attacking. I saw the baseline drive a little bit. I feel like that's kind of what they were giving me, so I tried to attack that and use that.